Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video is another part of my social media series that I am doing here leading up to the launch of my very first course. More on that in a second. Today I am tackling one of the biggest questions that content creators, social media influencers, and brands ask themselves, which is, what is more important, engagement or followers? I personally have a lot of thoughts and opinions on this topic, so I will be sharing those with you today, as well as including some examples and experiences that I've personally dealt with as a content creator to further illustrate my point. But before we jump into all that fun stuff, I did quickly want to shout out that my first course, How to Build a Highly Engaged Social Media Audience, is officially opening for enrollment next Tuesday, January 12th. This is a 3-week online course I am doing to show you guys how to grow your social media engagement from scratch to help you build meaningful connections online. I know from personal experience that engagement can do amazing things for you as a creator, which I'm going to illustrate in today's video. If you guys want any more information on it, there is a link in the description box to check out all of the course offerings, and you can always feel free to DM me on Instagram at Kapotes if you want to chat further about the course. All right, now on to the good stuff. So what is more important? I want to break these up. So first I want to talk about follower count. So I think a lot of people might say off the bat that the follower count is more important, and I think that's because it portrays to people that you have a wider audience that you're reaching. Clearly enough people are signing on to you or your content, and that's how you've amassed this huge following. It makes the public or brands think, who is this person and why is their content so appealing? However, I personally believe that followers can sometimes be a vanity metric. You don't really know for sure how people got those followers. In some cases, it can be they grew organically, and in others, people can purchase followers specifically on Instagram. It's also common knowledge that typically as your follower count goes up, your engagement rate goes down. Now, some of you guys might ask, why is that the case? Typically, it's a natural progression that as your follower count grows and you have more people, it's harder to interact one-on-one. So replying to every single comment, going through all your DMs obviously gets harder as you have more and more of them. Also, this can only apply to certain people, but I do think that there are certain influencers out there that as they grow their following, they tend to lose touch with their audience, and sometimes they just post things to the masses and they're not really interested as much in interacting and getting to know their audience as much. So that definitely can happen as you grow a bigger following. But that is on a case-by-case basis, and I can tell you that is a costly mistake to make. Followers can definitely get you in the door. They can create opportunities. Of course, if you have a large following on YouTube or Instagram, that can attract different brand deals because, again, it's a very attractive number to a brand who's personally trying to sell something. But what actually matters is your engagement at the end of the day. So let me just fill you guys in on why I think engagement is a more important metric than your follower count. I personally pride myself on taking engagement really seriously. To me, interacting with my audience has always been a #1 priority. I personally believe that anything can disappear the next day, so I really feel grateful for every interaction and every follower or audience member that I have. And the support of your audience can disappear if you're not nurturing it, and that's why engagement is so important. Engagement is also a metric that platforms like YouTube and Instagram take very seriously. So for example, on YouTube, the higher watch time you have and the more engaged your viewers are, the more YouTube would push that video out so other people can see it. And same thing on Instagram, the more comments, shares, saves, and likes that you have on a post, the more reach you're gonna get on Instagram, and the more your content is gonna be shown to your current audience. So the higher engagement you guys have on your posts or your videos, the more loyal following you're gonna grow that's gonna be around for the long haul. Okay, I wanna give you guys some real examples of what a high engagement rate can do for you. Now, let me start out by saying that I am a huge fan of small content creators. I do not believe that you need a massive following to get these opportunities. I've seen it happen firsthand. I got some of my first partnerships when I had less than a couple thousand subscribers on YouTube and definitely less followers on Instagram. It personally came from the value I was providing with my content and videos that made brands take notice. So I don't want you guys to see these huge numbers and get afraid and feel like you can't have any opportunities come when you're a small creator, because that's simply not true. Don't sell yourself short. You guys can make things happen even if you don't have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. The power of micro influencer marketing is huge to brands, and they're definitely starting to take more notice of that. Okay, so here are a few examples of what good engagement can do for you. So I want to talk about lives. I feel like lives are intimidating, especially to new creators or people who don't like to get on camera. So YouTube lives, Facebook group lives, Instagram lives, streaming, or even if you're doing a webinar and you're selling a course or you're teaching something. It can be really intimidating, feeling like you don't know if anybody's gonna show up and you're gonna be talking to one person or two people and those two people are your family members. Not the best feeling in the entire world. But I can tell you guys, if you have a really good rapport with your audience and you are nurturing those relationships, you're in your DMs talking to people, you're responding to every comment, the higher chances those people are gonna show up in moments like your lives and attend things like that, because it's a really great opportunity to talk to them in real time. I love doing lives every now and then. One, I think it's really great to use all the features on the different platforms, but two, again, it's just really personal rather than doing pre-recorded videos. And if you're in there, you pop in the chat, you ask questions to your audience, you get them to engage with you as you're giving their lives. So having good engagement really can get more people attending your lives. The next obvious one I want to talk about is landing brand deals and partnerships. So I can tell you I have had experiences where enough of my audience has either shared my videos or shared my posts or my TikToks on social media to the point where brands have taken notice of that and then reach out to me to either create content with them or do a sponsored post, something along those lines. So because my audience shares and engages with my content, it gets it out to a wider audience. Brands take notice and then reach out to me for opportunities. That is a huge thing that happens all because of you guys. I've also had an experience where I've spoken about a product quite often on my feed, in my videos, enough to the point where my audience went out and bought this product a lot and then was reaching out to the company and telling them that they bought the product because they heard about it through me. So I was the person referring them to the product, so much so that the brand then messaged me saying, hey, we're getting inundated with messages from people telling us that they found our product through you. How can we work with you? Is there anything we can send you? Would you like to sign on for more content? And it ended up turning into a bigger partnership from that. That floored me, the fact that a brand reached out to me saying, we hear your name all the time, we want to work with you. Again, the amazing support of your audience can do so much for you. I also want to talk about having consistent partnerships or even being an ambassador for a brand. This is where your engagement really comes into play. I don't know if you guys ever heard a couple years ago, I think it was, about an influencer who had 2 million followers and then she launched a merch line and struggled to sell only 36 shirts. That is the definition of having low engagement. My guess would be that she didn't really have any relationships with her audience. She either wasn't interacting with them enough, she wasn't creating value for them, and that resulted in nobody buying her product. So your followers mean nothing in that case. You just have a large following, but it's not really doing anything. When you have a smaller following and a higher engagement rate, and you do a brand deal, or let's say you have an affiliate link or a code, and your audience goes out and uses that because they trust you, they have a relationship, and if you're recommending it, they know it must be good, and then they go out and buy that product a ton, that shows a brand that you are a content creator or an influencer that they want to continue working with because you can clearly move product. I do just want to say too, this is why it's very important to align yourself with the best brands that are a good fit for you. People can tell when you're not being authentic, so if you just sign up and get a code for literally every product, things that don't even make sense in your niche, and you'll sell anything, you don't test it before, that's where you can get yourself into trouble because you don't want to burn bridges with people or upset your audience. So do be careful and make sure you don't take on any brand deal that knocks on your door. And lastly, having engagement comes from providing value to your audience, and again, having a rapport with them. Doing content that's educational, entertaining, informational, inspiring, whatever it may be. If people are continuing to watch it, engage with it, reshare it, those are all amazing things that can help your engagement. So that brings me to the big question. How can you grow your engagement? So if any of you guys are either starting from scratch or you just want to improve your engagement rate a little bit, in my course, How to Build a Highly Engaged Social Media Audience, I will be going through all of this stuff with you. It's a 3-week online course where I'm going to teach a 6-step framework that I've personally used across my social media platforms to grow my engagement, land brand deals, and get different business opportunities. This course is definitely a good fit for you guys if you want to stop feeling stuck and unsure about what content to make. You want to feel empowered about your content and not bogged down by different algorithm changes. You guys want to break through the noise of this oversaturated market to reach your audience and a wider audience to start creating meaningful relationships. And lastly, you want to have a solid strategy in place for your content plan that's going to save you time and energy so that you guys are working smarter, not harder. One quick tip I will give away, I will say that you guys, if you aren't already on video, get on video. This is a great way to start getting higher engagement because you really want to connect with people. That's the main thing at the end of the day. So whether you're a YouTuber or you use Instagram or you want to dabble in lives, get on Instagram stories, direct to camera, start making some reels, anything that shows your real authentic self and your personality and lets people feel like they're seeing another part of your life or they're actually friends with you. That's like the best way to go to start fostering these relationships and growing your engagement. Highly recommend using vertical video, especially on Instagram. Horizontal videos are a thing of the past. Highly recommend not using them at all. Go with vertical videos if you can. But that's just one small tip I will leave you guys with today. This was some good stuff, right? I'm telling you, this is a topic I'm very, very passionate about. Again, I'm a huge supporter of small content creators, you guys. Do not let big numbers scare you from going after what you want. There are so many different brands that will work with you even with a small following. You can really see change happen for yourself as a creator when you start to invest in yourself and your engagement. So you guys, that brings me to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. And if you guys are new to my channel, my content, I would love it if you guys would hit that subscribe button down below. And don't forget to turn on the post notifications so you guys are notified every single time that I post. Again, there is a link below if you guys are interested in enrolling in my course. I hope to see you guys inside of this course. I can't wait to work with you. It's going to be an incredible community. We are going to support each other along the way. I'm going to have Zoom Q&A calls with you and a group chat, so there will always be support and you guys will start seeing results within the first 3 weeks of this course. So I hope to see some of you guys in there. I can't wait to work with you. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.